Blessing Okagbare has won the women's 100 meters at the IAAF Diamond League in Rabat, Morocco. Earlier today, Okagbare ran a season's best of 11.05 seconds to edge out Côte d'Ivoire's Marie-Josée Talou, who also ran a season's best of 11.09 seconds. Canada's Crystal Emmanuel clocked 11.30 seconds to finish in third. It's Okagbare's third Diamond League appearance in 2019 and a consecutive fourth at the Rabat Diamond League. However, a win today makes it the first time she's winning the women's race in Rabat since the city started hosting the Diamond League in 2016. The Teranga Lions of Senegal earlier this evening defeated the Super Eagles of Nigeria by a lone goal in the final international ahead of Friday's Africa's Cup of Nations. Both coaches agreed that the game being played behind closed doors in Ismaila, Egypt, made good use of the opportunity to make their maximum changes. Senegal's Idrissa Gana Gueye's first half strike was enough to earn Aliou Cissé's team the victory. The Super Eagles will leave for Alexandria on Monday ahead of Saturday's clash against Burundi in Group B, while Senegal will face Algeria in their opener on Sunday. Hong Kong has been experiencing what has been described as the city's largest protest in 30 years. Protests have been targeted at a proposed extradition bill that would allow criminals to be tried in mainland China. The last time a protest of this magnitude took place was in 1989. Hundreds of thousands of people clogged the streets of central Hong Kong Sunday, clad in black and chanting slogans calling for Chief Executive Carrie Lam to step down. Among them were young families as well as the elderly. Together, they formed a sea of black along roads, walkways and train stations across the financial center. Some protesters carried white carnation flowers, while others held banners saying, "Do not shoot, we're Hong Konger." They continued to call for Ms. Lam's resignation, even though she had announced the extradition bill had been suspended indefinitely on Saturday. On Sunday, she apologized to the people and promised to adopt a most sincere and humble attitude to accept criticism and make improvements in serving the public.
I feel deep sorrow and regret that the deficiencies in our work and various other factors have stirred up substantial controversies and dispute in society following the relatively calm periods of the past 2 years, disappointing many people. We will adopt the most sincere and humble attitude to accept criticisms and make improvements so that we can continue to connect with the people of Hong Kong.
The protests, which began a week ago, ran throughout the week, turning violent at some point as police and demonstrators clashed. And while China continues to defend its position on the bill, calling for critics to back off, simultaneous protests have been taking place in Taiwan. And the hundreds of thousands of demonstrators remain on the streets of Hong Kong, unmoved by neither an indefinite suspension of the bill nor an apology from Chief Executive Carrie Lam. Sudan's ousted President Omar al-Bashir has today appeared in public for the first time since his overthrow and arrest in the country in April. The former president was driven to the prosecutor's office where he was read the corruption charges against him. Prosecutors say a large hoard of foreign currency was found in grain sacks at his home when he was ousted. He's also wanted by the International Criminal Court, accused of organizing war crimes and crimes against humanity in Sudan's Darfur region, which he denies. The former president walked briskly from the vehicle into the prosecutor's office, smiling and chatting with guards, but returned minutes later, scowling. And the main news again. The Court of Appeal has dismissed Senator Samuel Anyanwu's suit challenging the emergence of Emeka Ihedioha as PDP candidate for the governorship election in Imo State. We also told you how protesters returned to the streets in Hong Kong asking for the resignation of their leader, Carrie Lam, in what is seen as the country's biggest protest in 30 years. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani. Good night.